Hello everyone, welcome to Roshan's classes. Today we are going to discuss about UGC NET paper 1. That means this is the common paper, and before starting the discussion I have put a few details about me here. You can please go through this. Now let's dig into the topic. So here I have put the UGC NET syllabus pattern for you to see. The marks division has been illustrated. So paper 1, 100 marks, which is the common paper, and paper 2, 200 marks, which is subject specific. That means if I have psychology as my paper 2, then psychology will carry 200 marks. Now let's go through the details about paper 1, as today our main focus is on paper 1. So there are no negative marking. There will be 50 questions of 2 marks each. The exam is going to be computer based. There are total 10 units and you can expect 5 questions of 2 marks from each unit. That means each unit will carry 10 marks. Now let's quickly go through the names of the units. Unit 1, Teaching Aptitude. Unit 2, Research Aptitude. Unit 3, Comprehension. Unit 4, Communication. Unit 5, Mathematical Reasoning and Aptitude. Unit 6, Logical Reasoning. Unit 7, Data Interpretation. Unit 8, Information and Communication Technology. Unit 9, People, Development and Environment. And Unit 10, Higher Education System. Now we come to the most important part of our today's discussion. What books and materials to go for the preparation for paper 1. So let's start. See, for your initial stage of preparation, you can actually refer to a good guidebook. And I can give here the examples of 2 such publications, Arihant publication and Upkar publication, because personally I have gone through both these publications and I found them to be really beneficial. When it comes to the data interpretation part of paper 1, the Upkar publication I found it to be more helpful, but you can go for Arihant also, and there are many other publications out there in the market, so you can buy one or you can order one online. Please go through the details first, the reviews also, but personally I have gone through these 2 and I found them to be beneficial. Now one more thing I want to add here, that you should never solely rely on a guidebook to help you through your preparation for paper 1. Why? Because I have come across many students who have this expectation that if they go through a guidebook properly, there will be questions in the examination which will be put directly from the guidebook, and that is never the case, let me tell you. And for any exam, so you cannot solely just rely on a guidebook. Guidebook, as their name suggests, are there just to guide you regarding the pattern of the examination, regarding the type of questions that will come, right? So you please refer to a good guidebook to just get an idea. Okay, now what else to go for your preparation? For unit 1, if I now specify the units for your preparation, for unit 1, which is based on teaching aptitude, you can refer to internet resources. Internet resources and your guidebook also will help here. Internet resources you can refer to for the terminologies that you see in previous year questions. Okay, so you can browse through the internet for the terminologies, write down details about each of these topics in a notebook and go through them. So that will help. For unit 2, if you have a book of research methods, for example, as a student of psychology, I have got one book on research methods by the author A.K. Singh. So if you have any standard book on research methods, you can please go through that. And some of the topics that you need to stress upon are types of research, sampling, steps in research, etc. Okay, so please refer to a good book on research methods. Then for unit 3, which is based on comprehension, you can practice from previous year questions. And if you have a standard grammar book with you, and in every grammar book there is a chapter of comprehension, so you can practice from a grammar book also. And if you are good in English and in English vocabulary, then you are at an advantage here for comprehension. And comprehension is actually a topic from paper 1 which is beneficial when it comes to carrying marks. Most of the students score well in comprehension, so this is advantageous. Unit 4. Unit 4 is based on communication. Now your guidebook will help you regarding the various terminologies in communication. Moreover, if you are a student of management or psychology, I'm sure you have a good textbook on organizational behavior. Okay, OB here stands for organizational behavior. So any book on organizational behavior will definitely have a chapter on communication. So that chapter will also help you for your communication topic from paper 1, unit 4. And also you can refer to the internet resources again for your communication topic. Now let's move to unit 5. Unit 5 is based on mathematical reasoning, and from the questions from previous year question papers you will see that the questions are based on high school level mathematics and topics such as percentage, profit and loss, simple interest, compound interest. So such questions are there for your mathematical reasoning often. So if you prepare from a mathematics textbook from standard 7th, 8th, 9th or even 10th, I think that will help. Okay. Now unit 6. Unit 6, logical reasoning, and you will come across many new terms here. Okay. So guidebooks are often beneficial in this regard. So please rely on your guidebook, and also if you want more details, you refer to the terminologies and search details about them from internet and collect the details and write them down on a notebook. So unit 6, logical reasoning. Then unit 7. Unit 7 is data interpretation, and data interpretation you can again read from your guidebook. There are many examples in the guidebook. For example, the Upkar publication that I had mentioned, you will find many examples with proper illustrations, the tables, and the solutions are given there very nicely. So you can refer to the guidebook and the graphical representation part from any standard statistics textbook. Okay, and to get an idea about the previous questions, please go through previous year question paper. Okay, so for unit 7 I think this will be enough. Now what to do for unit 8? Unit 8 is based on information technology. So those of you who are preparing for any other competitive examination such as UPSC or APSC, the civil services examination basically, so in those syllabus we have a part on science and technology. So if you're already preparing, I'm sure you have come across a book for science and technology. So that chapter on information and communication technology from those science and technology textbook will help you. Also, you can actually grab a high school level computer textbook for your preparation for unit 8. And what are the topics specifically to stress upon? From my experience, I have seen that the conversion of binary numbers is a very frequently repeated question. So please focus on this. Then the full forms of various computer terminologies. For example, HTTP, www, USB, CPU, RAM, etc. So there are many full forms in the field of computer. So please learn by heart as many full forms as you can. Okay, so you can expect at least one question based on full forms. So I think this will help. Now let's move to unit 9. Unit 9 is based on environmental science. So if you can buy a EVS textbook, if you prepare from that book, I think that will be enough. Or if you have any geography textbook with you, even geography textbooks have certain environmental science related topics, so preparing from that also will do. Now let's move to Unit 10. Now Unit 10 is based on higher education systems, and the different topics are based on current affairs most of the time. Any recent schemes that have come up, or any changes in the previous schemes, or any changes in the higher education body compositions, etc. So please refer to current affairs from newspaper and magazines regarding higher education, and also collect details about higher education bodies. You can actually refer to the Wikipedia pages of such higher education bodies such as UGC, AICTE, MCI, DCI. Okay, so collect details about this. There are questions on these higher education bodies often, and the various schemes. Okay, for example, RUSA. This is a very important scheme in the field of higher education, and details are very necessary. So go through the details of all these higher education related schemes and bodies, and that will be enough for you. So I come to the conclusion of today's discussion. Hope this was helpful. We will have an in-depth discussion about paper 1 in my next video. So for today I take your leave. Thank you for watching. Bye bye. Take care.